Deep in the heart of the capital city, live from the Broadcast House studios at 44th and O, we switch on the blinding neon glow that bears their name. Jack Mitchell.
I'm officially fascinated with this story that's starting to take shape.
And Dave Miller.
That's all well and good until they hack your power grid, and then...
It's KLIN's Jack and Dave in the morning.
All right, welcome on in. Glad to have you with us. Jack and Dave in the morning, 1400 AM, 94.5 FM, KLIN. 60 degrees in the capital city right now on what's going to be a beautiful day. Looking at highs in the mid-70s. Not much wind, sunny skies. Today and tomorrow could be both top 10 days in Lincoln weather. And it's top 10 day in the KLIN studios because it's time to talk to Jason Peterson from Turbin Digital. He joins us right now. Morning, Jason. How you doing?
Morning, gentlemen. What's up?
Not a whole lot. And I know right off the bat I want to get to some big news with you, what's going on at Turbin Digital, because you guys have got kind of a new deal that you're working on that's going to be coming soon. Has to do with social media, how to use it correctly as a business. A lot of people struggle with this, so tell us exactly what's new.
Well, as we talked about a lot, and the issue we see all the time is clients and businesses out there fundamentally do not know what to say. They all want to use social media. They have an idea of the value, but it just takes too darn long to come up with some sort of post or tweet or whatever you're going to use to go out there. So we've been thinking about this. We've been trying to help people with this for over 3 years. So we decided, you know what, hey, let's try see if we can build some software. So we are in the process and have been accepted by a new venture capital startup accelerator that's in Lincoln here called N-Motion. And so we've got a product here called it's Cinnamon Social. And it's going to help customers with what in the heck to say on social media.
So it's like software that, generates status updates? Or how does this work exactly?
Okay, so it's going to be an app in your phone. So the analogy I use is think eHarmony. I met my wife on there. So
did you really?
I did.
I didn't know
Indeed.
that.
Yes, I am. I'm a product of the online dating
scene. It really
scene.
works.
It really does.
Huh.
And we are still married. So
that's good.
Proud to say it.
That's good.
I'm glad that you guys found the 29 keys to compatibility.
We did.
That's
we did.
Awesome.
And we submitted our success story too.
Really?
We did.
I want to see you on a commercial soon.
We got shafted.
That's
I
too
don't
bad.
know. We may be down the waiting list.
You keep working on that.
I will work on that. So nevertheless, this idea of sort of matchmaking customers with good content is something we've always tried to do. And we're like, I think you can automate this. And to some degree, that's what eHarmony does, is it makes you take a personality test. So for us, it's a brand profile. It's a company profile of everything under the sun, what you're about, what's important to you, how you talk, what's going on with your customers, with your employees. And this sort of creates an understanding of, hey, all right, I know who you are. So then every single time that you want to, come in and you say, all right, what do I post today?
Right.
And Cinnamon Social can be like, hey, here's 4 things. And it may be industry-specific, blogs, or some sort of syndicated content.
Okay.
It may be, hey, here's a suggestion for some fun, stupid thing going on this day. Maybe it's Mustache Friday. So it will deliver these ideas.
So it's not going to be like a Mad Lib of, hey, it'll actually take real-time things.
Absolutely.
It'll take things that are happening or relevant. It'll pull it off the internet.
So it's a combination of, the personalized content for a business as well as industry-specific syndicated content. And then you pick. And so every time you pick, you rate what sucks, what's good. Right. And then over time, it's going to get better. It's going to understand how you talk. So you kind of have this way to post something in 30 seconds, and then, there's stuff we have to figure out in terms of where it's going to send that content. But the idea is we don't want to be a tweet deck. We want to work with a tweet deck. We want to work with a Hootsuite or a Buffer. So this is really that content generator and organizer that gets it all baked so you can send it off in 30 seconds to a minute, and you're done.
Wow, that'd be great.
We'll see.
The biggest problem I see, and you tell me because you're making the software, so I don't know, but sometimes you'll go do a Bing or a Google search, and you'll put in an innocuous word like gloves, and the images that pop up in front of your kids, you're like, oh, hey, you're going to have to move to France now. Sorry, because I didn't mean to do that. How do you avoid that when you're trying to do the same thing?
Absolutely. So the idea is clearly, I'm going to use the buzzy word or techie term, algorithm. So that's going to be the thing behind it that's going to understand, and that's going to be the hardest part of this. And that is our secret sauce. That's what will make this different. But we're very interested in ensuring that we don't lose the humanized part of this. So we need to have a person or someone behind the scenes auditing it, however big or however small this is, so that this stuff gets filtered.
Right.
So I think that we'll probably combine the automated side with the humanized side so that, over time, and again, this is still in the infancy of planning and so forth, but we're honored to be a part of the program, and we're just excited. And I think we're going to be inviting anybody out there that's listeners that are have feedback on this, that have had frustration,
sure,
that would be interested in applying to be a beta tester for us. We would love to hear from you because we know everybody struggles with this, and we want to do what we can to help with it.
Let's get into a little bit of tech news today real quick, and I just want to get Dave your reaction and Jason yours as well on this. I know there's a congressional hearing today about unlocking your phones, and this has to do with, okay, I buy an iPhone from Sprint and it's not available on T-Mobile or whatever it might be, and it allows you to get in there and change it. This is technically illegal to do without the carrier's permission, to be able to switch carriers like that, and they're going to be talking about it today because there's one of these whitehouse.gov petitions with hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people saying make this legal, but it's a copyright violation right now. Do you think people should be able to do that with their phones and be able to go to unlock them, make them available for other carriers?
I would say wholeheartedly yes. I know that there is always issues with copyright and infringement and so forth, but in this case, that seems to be a shallow argument for me. When you buy a phone, it's like a computer. I think that's been the challenge is it's yours, and you should own it. Granted, I know the pricing and so forth makes it a little squishy of who really owns the phone when you're using it. And that may be the issue is, so perhaps it's an outright, you buy the phone, and then you have the ability to use it as you so choose.
Today, it's a copyright issue. It's not a property issue so much. So, yeah, I think it almost reminds me a little bit. You think back 12, 13 years ago about those Microsoft antitrust cases with the Internet Explorer and with the things that were in there. It echoes of that a little bit. It kind of anti-competitive in some ways.
Yeah, it does. But to me, even with the way the system is now, where you are getting a phone for $100 and you have a 2-year agreement with your carrier, and let's say it's Sprint, and I get the Sprint iPhone, but the iPhone does work with other cellular carriers. So if I complete my 2-year commitment, I think I should be able to jump over to somebody else, but you're just going to have to go into your Sprint store and say, look, my agreement's up. They look it up on the computer. Here you go. Here's your waiver. Go take it over to Verizon.
And be able to use the same phone.
And be able to use the same phone.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I think it's an interesting argument. I mean, at the end of the day, I always say, from the community that we're at least directly or indirectly involved with, even if they say they can't do it, they'll find a way.
Oh, sure.
I mean, that's the problem. It's sort of like what happened with Napster is people will find a way. So it would almost be...
Oh, people are doing it.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're doing it. They just want it to be legal.
So to me, it would almost make more sense if you can come up with some sort of scenario where... it's a win-win for both sides, but obviously legislation always
it's like these Android phones, and to a lesser degree Apple phones, where people jailbreak them or unlock them. It supposedly voids all these contracts and warranties, but I remember when I had my Android, I had all these people say, well, you're not even really using the phone unless you do this hack on the thing, and you get rid of the crapware on it and stuff like that.
See, and I think that's the part is they tend to sort of try to control that experience too much, so I agree. I think the control needs to still be the end user.
Just so you know, I've got my BlackBerry fanboy on Facebook, Jason, making sure I know that the new BlackBerry A10 is coming out in the holidays. Are we excited about this? I don't know.
Guys, it's over. We do not care anymore. It is. I'm sorry.
Don't tell the other Jason. Every time there's a new BlackBerry news, he goes, make sure you talk to Jason Peterson about the new BlackBerry news.
I don't want to burst his bubble. I have a special place in my heart for BlackBerry, but I don't know, man. I think they're going the way of the dodo.
All right, there you go. You heard it here. Oh, by the way, no facial recognition on Google Glass, too. Oh, I guess I feel better about that. You'll walk around, and it can give you people's names and, like, their... Oh.
I'm telling you, watch out for those biometric tattoos. Because when those tie into Google Glass, it's all over.
Oh, man. Google Glass. It's a good thing they look so dorky. Otherwise, they're going to ruin the world. But luckily, nobody's going to want to wear those around. All right, Jason, thanks so much. We appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Check out Jason's blog. This is turbine.com, correct?
Correct.
Follow Facebook, Twitter, all that. 8:51, Jack and Dave in the morning. We'll wrap it up after this on KLIN.